So I found out that Countessa here had a cheeky trip to Disneyland Paris. And prior to that, a few days before, she went to shop, have a cheeky shopping spree at. Look at her living her best life with my money that you owe back.
Huh.
Did you use your student loan, madam, to finance this trip to Paris?
I did not.
How did you afford it?
Because it was my birthday, my mother had gifted me some money. My mother and my brother had gifted me some money to go to Paris because I had been planning this. I had been planning this for the past year and a half. They knew I wanted to go. They gave me the money and they funded me for the trip.
That's not what you said when I asked you.
Do you believe that to be wrong? And if you believe it to be wrong, what information do you have as evidence that will give me an indication that what's being said is incorrect?
She didn't discuss this with me, and when I asked her a rhetorical question, how was the rent going, she literally...
That's not a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question is, goodness me, the rent is not going well, is it? No, it's not.
Yes, Judge.
That's a... Thank you very much.
OK, so we've come to the conclusion it's not rhetorical, so I asked her, how was the rent going? And she read the message and ignored. I was going to obviously go off on one, but I realised there's no point because she's on the other side of the country. So I'm literally just wasting unnecessary energy. So I waited until she came back.
And what did she say?
She was laughing, acting very manipulative, pretending as if she doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I walked away. Nothing was resolved. And it's the first time I'm hearing back from her.
How long has it been since you last spoke, Countessa?
Quite some time ago.
What's the state of your friendship now?
There is no friendship.
Why don't you owe him this money?
I don't owe him this money simply because no date was set. If he was a serious candidate and really cared about his money, he would at least set a date. He would put his pride aside, put his ego aside, and come talk to me and set a date.
I shouldn't have to ask you about where the money's going.
If you were,
no,
I told
you are a 20-year-old woman. You're no longer teens. You are 20, 20.
Judge Rinder.
Have you tried to speak to him?
I have.
And what's been the problem getting in touch with him?
He's blocked me off social media. We've blocked each other off social media. And that's very understandable because we can't have a serious conversation.
You can easily call me. You have my number. I didn't block you on my number, so what are you on about?
Well, actually, you did. You did.
Talking isn't the point of his that you are furious.
Very angry.
And perhaps I can understand why, that you believe that Countessa has spent what you also believe to be your money on a trip to Paris. Correct?
Correct.
Well, it seems, according to Countessa, that that was purchased for her. Are you still as annoyed as you were, knowing that to be the case?
That's not the case, because it's not true. She used my money. That was meant to be for her rent.
Judge,
to go on this trip.
Shh. I don't need to ask him for proof. I'm asking his opinion. You seem to find this funny. Is it funny?
It's not funny.
Do you owe other people money?
No.
Do you want to repeat that? Do you want to answer that again?
I don't owe...
Do you be quiet? Say anything again, you'll be out. Understood?
Understood.
You gave her this money in circumstances where you put nothing in writing, and so there's no confidence that the court can have, or anybody else, as to when it's due back. To that extent, Countessa is right about it. Even if there was, in other words, even if you had specified exactly when that money was to come back, because you didn't put anything on paper, this court has to take the view that this is nothing more than a gift between friends, because it's not an enforceable contract. The court takes the view that when friends and family give each other money, it's assumed they don't intend to take each other to court. Otherwise, that's all courts would deal with. The way that you rebut that presumption is by putting things down on paper. Because you have nothing in writing, I have no difficulty whatsoever in coming to the conclusion that this was a financial gift. This court dismisses your case. Madam, I certainly accept that he gave you that money, and there's a difference between the law and morals, and morally, you owe it to him. Case dismissed.
You are running
Stop talking.
you are running me my check.
Listen, stop running your mouth, please. Stop running your mouth.
You are running me my check.
What money?
You are
Where?
running me my check. What is this rubbish?
Boy, where?
No. You're running me my check. What is this?
Case closed.
Sorry?
Ease. Countessa, do you want to follow me out? Thank you.
Ehis's case was dismissed and he was awarded nothing by the court. Let's find out how both parties felt about their day in court.
Listen, you're not getting your money. You're never getting your money. I don't know who you think you are.
Listen.
I don't know who you think... Don't point your papers at me.
I will
point your papers at me.
I will point them at you. This is not funny and this is not a laughing
You're not getting your money.
Why am I not getting my money? Why am I not getting it?
You're not getting your money because you don't deserve it.
I do
You're not getting your money because you were...
Okay, so listen.
Listen, you need to stop this
Shut
facade.
your mouth. When you were broke...
Who are you pointing
at?
at?
When you had no money. When you were broke...
Can someone call the security? Pete!
No.
Call the security.
When you were broke...
Security,
no.
Pete!
When you were broke...
Get your boy!
And had no money...
Get your boy!
I helped you. I'm the one who actually paid for you more than once.
You enjoy
This is the reason why... This is the reason why you are lonely and you have no friends.
Verbal diarrhea.
This is the reason you
Do
have no
you
friends.
enjoy
It's the
spewing
reason. The fact I gave you the time of day...
Listen,
shut your mouth and talk.
Go back and talk about how girls are trash.
No.
Go back and talk about how girls are trash.
Yeah, and you're one of them.
Me?
And you're one of them.
Me?
Do you know what? Cool. Shove up your backside.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm done with it. If I ever see you again, yeah, you are in big trouble.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.